Hey y'all, welcome back to Tam's Kitchen. Today we are making French Toast Casserole. It's so good. Let's get into it. We're going to start off with our strawberry crumble that I made. So you're going to need strawberry jello mix. You're going to need some golden Oreo cookies. I'm using the cookies instead of more jello mix, and this is how it looks, just in case you're wondering. And then you're gonna need about a half a cup of butter. So I'm using 1 stick of butter, which equals half a cup. So that'll be good for you to measure out like that. And then, of course, you'll need a food processor. If you don't have a food processor, then you could just easily use like a rolling pin or something to help you beat up the cookies. Just as long as you get them, fine and beat it up so we can make our crumble. So you see me here just pulsating that those cookies in the food processor until it gets to the desired texture that I would like. Um I don't like my cookie crumble to be too fine. If you do like it to be a little finer, then you just keep on processing the crumble until it gets to the texture that you would like. But I don't like mine's too fine. I like little chunks in there here and there because it just tastes so good like that to me. But like I said, you can make it however you would like to. So, and this is the texture that I got. So now we're going to add in our strawberry jello mix, and we're just going to mix that all together. Now, after mixing this together, you can leave it as is. You do not have to add that butter if you like it to be this texture. Um, you can just leave the butter out if you would like, but I wanted a certain texture for my crumble, so I went ahead and I added in that butter. And then I added in some more Oreo cookies because I felt like it was a little bit too thin for my liking. So I went ahead and I added that in to make it a little thicker. And then I just put some parchment paper on a pan and I spread that mixture out onto that parchment paper and baked it on 350 for about 10 minutes. I baked it on 350 for about 10 minutes once I put it on that parchment paper. And this is how it came out. It came out kind of cake like. As you can see, it's really soft. But I let it sit in the refrigerator overnight and then I crumbled it up. And that's how it turned out. So moving on to our French toast, we're using King's Hawaiian bread, strawberries, the crumble that I made. This is how it looks after it's set overnight in the refrigerator and I crumbled it. You're gonna need 2 cups of milk, 2 sticks of butter, some Philadelphia cream cheese, 3 eggs. You're gonna need some ground cinnamon, this cinnamon toast crunch, cinnamon sugar, ground nutmeg. You're gonna need some pure vanilla extract. You're gonna need some powdered sugar. Y'all, that powdered sugar been through some things, okay? Some dark brown sugar. I use dark brown because it's a little richer. And I love the taste of dark brown sugar. Cause I mean, when things are the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice, baby. You get it. So now we're gonna just cut up our King's Hawaiian Sweet Rolls, cut them into little squares just like that. And then we're going to place them to the side in a bowl. We're just going to place them in this bowl and now we're going to make our mixture. So for our mixture, we're using 3 whole eggs, and then we're just going to whisk that up, and then we're going to add in our milk. we're not going to add in all of the milk all at once. Just a little at a time, and then we're going to add in that nutmeg, cinnamon sugar, and then the vanilla extract. And you saw me there adding in the rest of the milk, and then some more cinnamon and cinnamon sugar. You only need about a teaspoon of that vanilla extract, by the way. Okay, and so then we're gonna mix in that bread into our mixture. You'll see it kind of look like a bread pudding, but and it might look a little, soft and all of that, but just trust the process. Now on our stove, we're going to go ahead and melt 2 sticks of butter, and we're going to add in our dark brown sugar, and we're going to just whisk that all together until we get it to the desired texture and color. So I believe I added in some more sugar because it was a lot of butter for this mixture that I used. That was about a cup of butter that I used. So I'm going to go ahead and add in more sugar to get it to the texture that I would like it to be in the color. I was going for more of a darker color. But if you want your mixture to be lighter, you use just light brown sugar. You don't have to use the dark brown sugar. I just think that it gives it a lot more flavor than the light brown sugar. But if you would like it to be a little lighter in color, then you want to use the light brown sugar. So you see me here just mixing that all together until that butter kind of just dissolves into that sugar. And it might take a little while, but as you can see, it's getting darker. But yeah, you just want to mix that all together. And then at this point, this is how my mixture came out to be. It looks so good. It's dark how I like it. Okay, now you see me here spreading that mixture out into that casserole dish that I'm going to be using. So we're just going to use about half of that mixture, and you want to make sure that you cover the whole bottom of this casserole dish. So that's what you see me doing here. And then I'm going to just pick it up and kind of shake it a little bit just so that it can spread out a bit and that I can make sure that I cover everything. Now we're gonna put in our French toast mixture, that bread, and then we're just gonna spread that all out to make sure that it's spread evenly all throughout the casserole dish. And then we're just gonna press down on it as well. Just make sure that you get everything in there. Then we're gonna put the rest of that mixture on top of that bread mixture. And then we're just going to shake it a little bit to make sure it's getting even and bake it on 350 for about 40 minutes or until the top gets brown. Now I'm going to make that strawberry syrup that I use to put over at the end. So we're just going to cut the stem off these strawberries, and then you'll see me slice them thin. So just stand them up on that flat surface and then just slice them thin and just put them into a bowl or whatever you have. Just make sure that you're putting them all away. So had I had about 8 to 9 strawberries that I use. You can use as many strawberries as you would like or as little strawberries as you would like. But keep in mind that this will also be used as garnishment at the end. So um just whatever floats your boat is your dish. do whatever you want to with your strawberries. But anyways, we're just gonna keep on cutting those up, and then we're gonna introduce the sugar to the strawberries. Now, when you put the sugar in there, it's gonna make a type of syrup, and that's all you need for this strawberry syrup. I promise you. You just mix that sugar and the strawberries together, and then you just sit it to the side. You want it to sit at least for 10 minutes so that you can get that syrupy texture out of them. So we're just going to sit those to the side so that they can form into a syrup. Now we're going to work on our icing. We're going to use 1 stick of butter. We're going to use 1 block of Philadelphia cream cheese. And I'm going to use my KitchenAid to kind of mix everything together. You can use your hand, just make sure that your butter is softened, or else you'll be struggling, baby. You'll be out of breath trying to mix this stuff up. But make sure everything is at room temperature and softened before you start to mix it. Now we're gonna add in about a teaspoon of vanilla extract to the mixture. And then we're gonna add in, I'll say, in all, I used about a cup of powdered sugar. So we're going to add that in, and then we're going to go ahead and give that a mix as well. But yeah, make sure that all of your ingredients are room temperature. And we are using butter as well because we're making icing, not frosting to go on a cake or anything like that. We're making icing. So at this point, I did add in about half a cup of butter, and I just kept adding in powder sugar, butter until it got to the texture that I wanted it to be at. And as you can see, it's looking thinner, which is what we want. We want it to be a little bit thinner. And so, but I kept on mixing it together and adding the ingredients in as I saw fit. And then at this point, this is how my icing turned out. So creamy and good. And this is how the strawberry syrup is looking after about 10 minutes. Now our casserole came out looking like this after about 40 minutes in the oven. It looks so good and bubbling, baby. Woo! Now we're going to just put everything together. The strawberry crumble that we made, we're going to place that on top of there. We're going to pour that syrup that we made. So good, y'all. Then we're going to place those strawberries around there. Real pretty, like, y'all. Make it look good. Make it pretty. Make it pop, okay? You want to impress people with this dish, okay? And y'all, I'm sorry about the background noise. I don't know what my daughter is doing in the background. She is just she's just having a time, baby. She doing what she do. So you see me here adding more strawberries in, and we're then gonna top it with some blueberries. We really could have made a blueberry syrup. That would have been good too. And then we're gonna add the icing on top of there with some powdered sugar. And y'all, it turned out so good. Thank y'all so much for coming to my channel. Thanks for the support. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all next time.